we are planning an interview with Anna herself about her comics. If you want to know more about her work, you can ask your questions below this video and I will take them and ask her. So, it's been a while, huh? Greetings, my dear viewers! It is I, Vranel, and welcome to the DrasCOOL channel. At the end of last year, me and my work partner Ross did a review video of our friend Anna's comic book series Cassie. And at the end of that video, I promised you all that I will do an interview with Anna. And it's been a while. Now, you can't blame us because first, Anna is a mother of a toddler, and of course, mommy duty comes first. In fact, you are going to hear a bit from him in this interview. And second, I got myself into a bit of a situation at the beginning of this year. But more about my misadventures and what happened, I will review in my next video, which will be an update video on my whole situation and the future of this channel as a whole. So if you are interested, stay tuned for that. Now, because of those two reasons, me and Anna just couldn't match schedules in order to sit down and record this video. And fact of the matter is that we live in two very far away cities in Bulgaria, so in order to make this interview I had to video call her. And here I have to apologize to Anna because I recorded her talking from Messenger with my recorder program, but it ended up sounding like she was recorded on a potato. I don't know how that happened. I am so sorry. I will try to fix it next time, but Anna, please forgive me for the audio quality of you because it's atrocious, and I know it is atrocious. I just don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry. Anyway, with all that being said, enjoy part 1. Yes, this is going to be part 1, because we talked about a lot and we couldn't get over all of the questions that you all submitted in the comments of the previous video. By the way, I want to thank you so much for actually sitting down to write your questions. This means a lot to me, and I'm pretty sure that it means a lot to Anna that so many people are interested in her work and want to know more about her work as a whole. So thank you again so much for that. Me and Anna talked about a lot of stuff. We couldn't go over the questions at all. Actually, only you, Boris, you lucky guy, you got your question, well, one of your questions answered in this video. But we promise that in part 2, we will go over all of your questions. And this gives you an opportunity actually to write more questions, if you think of any, below this video, and I could use them for part 3 eventually. So anyway, that's enough of me yapping. Let's get into the video. Enjoy the interview with the creator of Cassie, Anna.
I have it at times also, so it's not a problem. We can do the rest of the interview in the Balkan accent if you want. Transylvanian, as you mentioned, I might be a vampire, so I can also do Transylvanian.
Okay, let's start. So, first of all, can you introduce us to yourself? How did you start making art? Why did you decide to make comic books?
Well, again, as a kid, I had the privilege to grow up in a house where we had 11,000 books in my grandfather's collection. And there were basically books everywhere in my house, like under my bed, in tens of thousands of libraries in every room. Like we had a library in the kitchen. Like we had these 2 shelves with books, and like when you sit down to eat, that's all you see. Like there's so many books in my house, my parents' house, that I moved a couple of shelves in my new place, and there's still no change in the volume of of bookshelves. And my kid is home, so you can expect a surprise from him, and yelling and laughing, but nothing different from what it is now. So and basically my mother's an artist, so I've watched her draw ever since I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I just watched her draw because she had these orders from like she was working at a publishing house, and she would paint until 3 a.m. at some, like, because we were bothering her the other time, like my sister and I. We would run around and do kid stuff, and she would have to work late night hours, and I would stay up maybe till 1 or 2 a.m. to just watch her paint. And she'd be like, go to sleep. And I'm like, no, I want to watch you draw. Like, I want to see what you're doing. And I think that was a key motivation for me to start drawing again at a very young age, maybe 4. I don't know if I remember far back. And at 4 or 5, I was already drawing. I couldn't write, but I could draw a little. And later, she started working at this cinema center in Bojana, where there was this animation department, and she would bring back these storyboards from films she was doing, and it was really, really interesting for me to look at that kind of work. And I established a style based on what she would draw and she would do in front of me. And we had this table where we'd set up, there were lights on the bottom of this glass table, and I would copy drawings from her work, and I would repeat them and do the animations. So it was really fun. And that's how it started. Like, I had visual examples of that work in front of me. And I also read a lot of comic books when I was little.
Do you have any favorites from your mother's work? Do you remember?
Well, I do. There was this book called Mother's Tear, and it's about like, I don't remember, sparrows. Yeah, that's right. 2 sparrows. One is the mother, and the other is the baby, and they got lost for some reason, apart from each other. And she was drawing that when she was pregnant with me. It was a commission, and she says that she cried a lot when she was drawing that. I don't know why. Maybe emotions, some sort. And that's one of my favorites to look at as a style, as a way of being drawn. And yeah, that's one of my favorites. And she's got a lot of books about breeds, cat breeds, dog breeds, and other like animal illnesses. The publishing house was about agriculture and cattle care. So there was a lot of focus on that kind of thing, like how to cure animal illnesses.
So you were surrounded by art from your childhood, basically. All the books, all the art from your mother. I remember you said your grandfather was a writer. Yeah.
Yeah, and that explains the 11,000 books, actually, because he had a huge collection, but he also had a lot of his work in the library, and he was so there was a magical I don't know, there's a magical essence around this person. He was I've never met him actually. He died a lot before I was born. But my mother has told me stories about him that are so vivid and so many memories about how enchanting his world was that I think I like have a really good perception of who he actually was when he was alive. And his house is full of lots of interesting objects that he collected from different countries. He loved creating a world that was both childish and mature at the same time. Like, he would have a lot of fun. He was a child at heart too.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's from where you take it.
There was actually a room, like a secret room in my house that I found when I was 18. And it was basically an armchair, a light, and a place for reading. Like, just a room you can go in and read in peace, like with no one bothering you. And it's in a small crawl space in the attic. And my mother sent me to pick up some shoes from there like once, and I just light up the cabinet and I'm like, Mom, why is there a light in the shoe rack? And she's like, didn't you know there's a room there? I'm like, no, someone should have told me.
That room sounds like a dream, honestly, and just tucked away, you know?
Yeah, I could have used that room when I was studying. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have a favorite book from him or a story from him?
I have a lot of favorite ones, but I think there's this one that I've been trying to animate for 3 years now, and it's not happening really fast. So there's this a book that's combined like a few fairy tales for like from a forest. And it's about a beetle called Zoom and his parents and the other woodland creatures. And there's a lot of he loved these beetles, like with the horns. Like, horned beetles were his favorite. I don't know why he loved them so much, but he's got a whole section of work circling around these beetles.
Oh, they're cute. They're cute.
They're very interesting. They're feisty a lot. Like, they're feisty and rough sometimes, but he also liked to, because we had a really huge yard when I was little, and you can find any living creature in that place. Like, it's basically been a jungle throughout my whole childhood, and there were a lot of bugs you can. Like, it's inspiring to look at these little creatures crawling everywhere. And I had a story about a spider when I was little, because there'd be a lot of spiders hiding in the house, like from the garden. Like, they would like go in, basically. They weren't shy. Like, a lot of spiders would just make these huge webs because of the flies, like, because there's a lot of flying creatures in the garden, and they would set up their webs near the door, and I would always like walk out to school and be like covered in webs. Like, just walk out and there's a new one every day. Like, I just couldn't give up. It was very fun. Like, a lot of fauna and insect life in the yard.
So you were surrounded by nature too, which is the greatest inspiration.
I had no choice. Nobody was asking me. It was just there. We lived there. Like, we rented the space from these creatures. Like, we were on their turf, not ours.
Yeah, basically they were your landlords, you know.
Yeah, we were just guests. Like, it was the insect town all along. Like, we have a lot of stories with my sister and I with the ants, but that's another thing. Like, karma is waiting for me for that one. Like, water pistols and anthills, basically. I'm not proud of that. Not really proud of it.
Well, we all have those childhoods. You know, you're a child, you have to play with everything, you have to explore.
Yeah, and I know it's not gonna be fun in the afterlife for me. Like, I'm gonna be in this huge anthill like for all eternity. I know that.
Oh, I will find you in the afterlife.
I will pay for these sins one day.
We can pay sins together, it's fine.
I know.
So I remember that you graduated from the art university, right?
Yeah, the art academy in Sofia, and it was really fun experience because I was a lot younger than I started school a year younger than everyone else, and so I got into university a year younger, and I was 18. So it was fine. I was already 18, but it was really tough to learn because I graduated graphic arts, and it was hard for me at first to get used to the environment and the studies and everything. I was lagging behind throughout maybe the first 3 years. I was not really good at it, but I grew into it as we almost graduated. I was really happy with the results of my final work for graduation. But it was tough. It was tough for me, honestly. It was hard. Like, it was wonderful, really interesting, but it was hard. I wasn't one of the best students.
Well, look at you now. I mean, you are amazing now, so I can't imagine you not being good at it. But if you say so.
It was the work of this. Like, me getting better was me starting to listen to my teachers, basically, and not being stubborn and not being lazy. It was my biggest lesson in the academy, and persistence, also patience, were the key factors for me to get better at this work. So my teachers were great. Like, this was the factor that contributed to me getting better at what I do now. Like, they taught me the most important stuff for any artist.
I'm so happy you got great teachers, you know.
I've always had, like, that's one of my luckiest strikes in my life, is that I always have people around me that are patient, mostly, with me, and people who have a lot of knowledge and a lot of interesting, unusual at times hobbies that I'm able to pick up a lot from people that I know, and my friends and my surroundings. I have a lot of folks that have a desire to help me with a lot of new stuff.
As far as I remember, you met a lot of great comic artists in Bulgaria also there.
I have this colleague that used to make comic books himself in 2007, before we even went to the academy together, and he used to like do this as a profession, and I would, like, at that time in the academy, I wasn't really interested in comic books. Like, I've had a love for that genre in some parts of my life, but not in my adulthood. I left comic books for a long time. Mouse, which was my favorite. I didn't have any kind of comic books that I would like. The Marvel ones were not bad, but I wasn't really passionately into that art. But during COVID, that changed a lot because I also started buying a lot of new stuff. A lot of new things came out on the Bulgarian market, and I also found out that a lot of people here have their own comic books and are doing this and are in this business for years. And I was pleasantly surprised that a lot of artists love that medium and are not afraid to show their own styles and their own interpretations of that. Like various artists don't even do things the canon way, and they explore possibilities to make their own versions of how a comic book is made.
Do you have any favorites from the Bulgarian scene?
I have several favorites, which are Bayan, which is from Satanasov. He's a cool dude. He's really fun, really a jokester, and he's really amusing to talk to and to listen to. He's got a lot of good ideas, and he's bold and experimenting. And his son is really good. His son is the legend continues. And also Konstantin Titis. I don't know what his second name was. I have him on Facebook, but I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot his last name. But his wife also has this amazing new comic book. Annika, the Sorcerer Knight, I think it's how it's translated. And the first issue is about saving cats, which is great. And it's meant for kids. So it's amazing. So Jack Aridon was his work that I've seen. And of course, the Rainbow Legacy, that is the new Daga. Yeah. Call it Bulgarian, and that is something that I really like. I know some of the people who work on it, and I'm really impressed by how they produce everything and how fast they put content out. And Satanasov is also part of that. Like, he's everywhere. Like, that guy's everywhere. You like open the fridge and he pops out with a few new editions of his work. Also, there's this interesting new comic book. Like, it's a bit of a horror genre, and it's Terror Celestis, and I don't know about it only because I was neighbors with one of the creators. Like, that's just a coincidence, but you can see them. Also, check them out at the Comic-Con every year, and they're doing their third issue now, and it's really good. It's about space zombies, to shorten the premise a little, and it's really cool because it's some Marines there's a lot of action, there's a lot of interesting panels, so the story's really cool. The look of the comic book itself is amazing. It has it's so nice to look at and so nice to open something so fresh and new. And also Elia, my all-time favorite vampire chick. Like, vampires, a lot of we were mentioning vampires a lot here. Like, there's something in the air. There's something very.
I don't know about you, but I have two mutuals on Tumblr with my artist friends who have stories that are with vampires. So I am just surrounded by vampires. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I've got by the way, my canines are pretty long, so I don't know. I'm not to be trusted. Don't invite me anywhere, because I'm inviting people on a lot of places, but I don't get invited a lot. Like, interesting. No, I do get invited, but I'm lazy, and I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere. I'm lazy.
Speaking of Elia, I was in Varna recently, and Ross actually saw your review on Facebook or on YouTube, or where did you?
Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay.
my bilingual review of it, which I'm proud of.
And she was she was very impressed by your review. And she was like, we gotta find this comic now. So we went to the big ass Ciela in Varna and found the comic. And I have it. We have it, so I am going to read it too. And, give my thoughts. Probably. Someday. Oh, wait, isn't Cassie a Virgo too?
I think she's a Libra, 20th of September. She's a Libra, and Trevor's a Pisces. Trevor is actually, like, his zodiac sign matches the person who voices him, so that's why he's a Pisces, and he's a little bit more like. Actually, I wanted to say about them both, like, he was actually meant to be a villain. Yeah. So he was not supposed to be a good character, and I changed that. A lot of things were changed because of the person who voices him.
Oh. Okay, so actually, can you hold that thought, because I have a question that is related to what you scrapped from the story later, so we can discuss it a bit more if you want.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I scrapped from the initial version of it.
Yeah, I think that will be an interesting conversation. So I think that we've established you as the creator with this question so far. Do you want to say something else about yourself before we move to your story?
Well, I think that's about it. Like, we covered a lot of stuff about me, so I would like to go in depth with the more artistic part.
Okay, so let's start with the stories. I actually have some questions put from YouTube. My viewers, the three of them. No, I'm joking. Some of my viewers asked specific questions, so let's start with them. So first we have from our boy Boris. Shout out to Boris. So what was your inspiration behind all of the stories in your comic book that you've published so far?
The funny thing is that most of the inspiration comes from a lot of people I know. It's it's personal. There's a lot of stuff that I've put into that. Like, there's a lot of things that have happened to me. Of course, not in space, but there's a lot of stuff that has been real, like arguments with. There's actually, I had this coworker who was really, we did not get along well, and some of the conversations between Trevor and Cassie are actually real. So I made it as it was a way to vent out the frustration from not getting along with someone, because I really hate not getting along with people. I'm not a conflicting person, and I don't like to have conflicts with people, but sometimes it just happens that you don't get along with a person, and you're very different in dynamics, and when you work together, there's no way around it. You have to see them and to talk to them, and when it doesn't work and it doesn't happen the way it should, to be honest, I wasn't very professional at that period also, and I might have taken things a little more to heart than I should have. Now I'm very different in a work environment, but at that time I was not used to that kind of like getting spoken to in that tone and manner, and it would be exactly like that, like in front of everyone, like arguments in front of other coworkers, and Trevor and Cassie's arguments were a way to like vent that frustration out, like make it a joke, make it funny, like ridiculous, and to like that is how I would cope with that situation. So that's how it began, and it changed a lot throughout the yeah, that's basically how it started, and it evolved throughout the course of like COVID and everything else. I met a lot of other people who influenced what I was shaping the story into. And I also binge watched the Venture Brothers a lot, and it helped me develop a story more developed and like detailed story. That's the life of a toddler mom.
Yeah, you're amazing, by the way. I just wanted to say, the fact that you've been building this whole world, these comic books, while you are a toddler mom is just so impressive too.
Thank you. It was easier actually when he was a baby, in a way, because I had some time, like I had no sleep, but I had time to draw. And now I'm kind of a little lazy, honestly, because it takes me a lot more time when I'm working to do this, but I still have time, and I still have like the desire to do it. So it takes me longer, but it's worth the wait.
Well, I mean, it truly is. It truly is. And don't worry about being fast. The best, the saying goes that the best things take time. So,
They do, yeah. And if I don't do animation, it works fast. Like, it happens faster, but I do animation at the same time also. So that kind of tends to slow down the process, actually.
By the way, your animations are amazing and they are so impressive. Like me and Ross, we first got introduced to the story by the animations, as we said in our review video, and they are incredible. Like your
review was so cute. I loved it. It was so fun to listen to it because you have such a fun dynamic with Ross, and it was very interesting to get to know you guys and to get to see my work through your eyes and through your expressions and how you read it and understood it, which is amazing feedback. It's such a rare occasion to have this kind of feedback.
Oh, thank you. We loved it so much. Like, we have to talk about it. We have been yapping about it for a week after we read the comic book, so there was a lot of material for that video specifically. And that just shows because your way of writing and your way of drawing is so captivating, like to us personally. We love it.
Thank you so much, and it's likewise. I'm really captivated by your stories and your characters, and I think that this exchange, like artist exchange, and that's why I really love my group for animation. I'm really proud of having such a strong supportive circle of artists around me who always have a nice thing to say, but not in a like just because we're friends kind of way. Everyone is so open and honest in opinions that it really helps us grow as individuals and as a group also. And I'm really happy that you're part of this group now and you're so active.
I am also very happy. I'm sorry that I am not as active in it, but
the group is undergoing a little change at the moment because I want it to be fun and new and expressive. Because it's been a long time. Like That's something I really wanted to talk about. Is that I actually met like through like during COVID, I met a lot of people from different countries in this group for amateur animation, and they turned out to be amazing people. Like a lot of them are so good, kind, and supportive that you just can't make a false step with so much support from amazing people. And I just pulled out from that amateur animation group. I pulled out a lot of the people that I liked and actually communicated with often, and the ones I got to know better, and I pulled them away from the other group and made my own, where each of them invited other members. And it's been really fun. Like maybe the group is, I don't know, maybe 4 years old now, 5. I haven't counted, but it's been a long time. And we're actually like, it's a really interesting dynamic, because I really hate online communication. It may not look that way, but I hate it, and I prefer in-person communication. But I've gotten so attached to most of these people that it's really strange in a way that I can trust them with a lot of things. Like I would literally trust them as friends I've seen for years in person. So it's really a supportive community, thankfully.
Yeah, actually, you've cultivated this community very well. There is so much incredible work happening there. I am so impressed every time I go there, and every time I'm like, I have to check out everyone's projects, and everyone has amazing projects and have so many projects.
They're insanely talented people. They're insanely talented and smart. I am amazed, and I'm so like blown away by the efforts these people put into that work. Like,
yeah. So let's get back to your story, actually. So we talked about inspiration behind Cassie. What about Miss Blue, my favorite? What was the inspiration?
Oh, Miss Blue is something that just hit me like a truck. She is so, like, she was made up so on the spot. Like, I needed 4 pages of my comic to be filled with something. And I have a tendency to like start working on something and it develops into something bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't do simple stuff like just filler. That does not happen for me. And her story just unraveled. And now I have about 25 pages of it, like, already done. Like, storyboards. It's like, it's again, I just couldn't end at one story. It was supposed to be like a mystery, like 4 pages long, and that's it. But I'm like, but what if it continues? And what if it continues more? And what if this happens? And what if that happens? And now I have a love story and a lot of other baggage and a lot of other characters intertwined in this, and it's all connected. And Cassie and the rest also. Like, so it's a big mashup. Like, I connected them all.
Okay, so this answers one of the questions that we had in the review, which was, are all the stories connected to each other, or are they standalone? So they're connected.
Yeah, it's a universe. There's a lot of... The Bulgarian part of the story is connected to Cassie and Trevor directly, and there's, like... I was supposed to leave that for the ending, but seeing as how I don't produce a lot of content and it's not, the book's not coming out really early, they are connected. But I'm not going to say how, because it's a huge plot twist. Oh, you have no idea what lies beneath these. I've just scratched the surface a little. It's 300 pages long, the whole story. Yeah, basically Game of Thrones, but without the intimacy and other elements, killing and stuff. But it's long, very long, it's very dramatic, and very like maybe there's a little intimacy, but a little, not graphic stuff. Like everyone who's reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, don't get your hopes up.
Shout out to my friend Trelica, who loves Thrones, A Court of Thorns and Roses.
I read it too. It's okay. Yeah, I have to. Like, I have to know what's coming out and what's new and and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Like, especially
We have to invite Relica one of these days to discuss this then.
we have to make a whole episode for that. Like, especially the descriptions of the men. Like,
she has opinions on that too. Don't worry.
I have a few also. So.
Yeah. Okay, that's for another time. So I'm so happy, by the way. I don't know if I am, if you're happy about how things turned out, but I'm happy that everything's connected.
Yeah, I was like, there was a missing piece in everything, and I think Miss Blue's story connected that missing piece, and it's like a few separate universes that actually beam into each other in a way, and it translated a lot of missing plot twists that I was trying to, loose ends that I was trying to connect with one another.
Wow. That's incredible, actually. As a writer of stories myself, when that one piece that you've been jiggling around and trying to find suddenly comes into place, is just amazing.
Yeah, it's like that puzzle piece that would, like, you were trying to put together, but it doesn't fit anywhere, and it's like all of a sudden you find out you have to twist it in a certain way, and it's like, wow, how dumb was I? Duh. Yeah. Like, and Miss Blue is really pretty. I like just from a like vanity point of view, I really like drawing her. Because pretty dresses, pretty face, everything, makeup, like glittery effect.
Listen, I don't know if anyone here from my audience knows. I have never said it before, but I really like Miss Blue. You know, she's my favorite character.
You have no idea how much that brings me joy, because she is like a projection of how I imagine a perfect woman. Like, because I think female beauty is something that is not necessarily underrated, but maybe not appreciated enough in this world. Like, at the moment, like women and men are kind of like in a race with one another, and really, like, I really respect men who value women, who are kind, who are gentle with women, because that stuff is rare nowadays, and I really gotta hand it to the guys that are supportive and kind and sweet to women and don't compete with them, because it's been a rough few decades for women, especially in workplaces and a lot of other places. Not because men are bad or anything. I'm not the kind of person, I'm not a person who would criticize anyone, but it is hard because there's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of defensiveness on each side, I think, and we should all appreciate each other and respect each other. I think respect and appreciation go a long, long way in any interaction.
Yeah, exactly. Shout outs to all the guys out there who are respectful, kind, and...
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And we gotta appreciate them too. Like, we gotta give back to the guys. Like, you gotta, like, shout out to the daddy who's taking care of his kids so I can do this interview. Also,
Like, actually, shout out to him because he is a legend.
he's doing so much. He's got such a nasty allergy now, and he's dealing with so much just so I can talk to you. So yeah,
Thank him a lot. Thank him from me. He's amazing.
and we gotta say that from time to time. We have to say it often. Like, and I think everyone should be like, as a whole, society should be more supportive and more open and more like honest. When you like something, you gotta let the person know. Like,
This is why I said that your authenticity is amazing, because it's not anyone that can just state their mind nowadays. I feel like everyone tries to chase some kind of trend or to be part of some kind of group, and it's like we lost our sense of uniqueness in a way.
yeah, that's something I often talk about with one of my friends, Riley, who's awesome. He's also an artist. And we often talk about the lack of uniqueness and being your own self, like proud of yourself and who you are. I like to, like, as I said, I'm not a conflicting person. I don't like conflict. So revenge to me is a useless tactic. Like, it's absolutely useless. Revenge is nothing. It has no use in my life. So if I can do something good, I try to do it. If I can say something good, I try to say it. But saying something bad and insulting someone poisons me. It's not something I like doing. But if it's praise and if it's something good that's going to make the person feel good, I do it constantly. And I try to do it as much as possible.
That is my philosophy too. Like, if you're going to be supportive to a person, you either say something kind and you give your opinion on what you like about what they do, or if you want to criticize, you do it in a way that would help them, right? You would give them advice or say, this is, my way of thinking. Something like that would let them know that this is a criticism and not an insult,
Yeah, it just has to be useful. It has to have a purpose and not be out of hatred or out of desire to just shine on their behalf, like to step over someone and show yourself and be like better than them, because no one's better. There's no such thing as being better than someone. We're all different, and we have all have different paces, and there should always be respect. Even if someone, you see someone doing something differently, it's not because they're bad at it, it's because it's that their way of doing it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, which is we gotta appreciate the uniqueness in people. Not, everything has to be like a straight factory line and everyone has to do this way.
Yeah, there's like, my kid is in the bathroom and doing something that shouldn't be doing. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to step into mommy duty.
It's fine. Listen, mommy duty comes first. Like the interview, we can do it anytime.
We can continue this. Like, there can be part 2. Thank you so much for this. I'm really having fun.
Thank you too, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for watching this interview. Me and Anna had a lot of fun making it, and I'm so happy that I got the opportunity to interview her. I'm actually so happy to be friends with her. She's such a creative, talented person, and I love everything that she does. I love her stories, I love her art. I mean, I don't know if you could tell. So I am so happy that we have this close relationship, and I am so honored that she gave me the time of day to sit down and talk with me about her work. I can't wait to see her for part 2. I will link below all of her social medias, and I encourage you all to go and check her out. She is insanely talented. Please go support her. Her comics are incredible. Also, I am going to link her review of Elia, the comics that we talked about in the interview, which is done by a Bulgarian writer as well, so please check them out as well. I am planning that maybe me and Ross will do a review of Elia as well in the future, but we'll see. Now, if you're curious about my work and the work of DrasCOOL as a whole, you can check out our two main projects, one of which being Let's Be a Couple, a romantic comedy series, and the other being Comrade Zimov's Murder Mysteries, a detective graphic novel series. Let's Be a Couple has a pilot and a first official episode, which you can check out on our website, on Tumblr, on Tapas, on Webtoon, and on Instagram. And Comrade Zimov's Murder Mysteries has a pilot, which you can check out in English only on Tumblr. But if you speak Bulgarian, you can check it out on our Bulgarian website as well. If you like what we do over here at DrasCOOL and want to support us, you can do so by leaving a like on this video, subscribing to the channel, checking all of our social medias out, buying yourself something from our store, or you can support us by donating to our coffee. We love coffee so much, so we would be so thankful if you help us buy some. Especially Ross. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe, stay brave, and keep being creative. Do vištene!